Okay, in this video, I'm gonna talk about example 5 and 6 on page 520. I'll go over example number 5. The dimensions of a triangular sail are 18 feet, 11 feet, and 15 feet. What's the perimeter of the sail? Obviously, for perimeter, we add them all together, and the unit stays the same. For example number 6, it says if fencing costs 6.75 per foot, how much will it cost to fence a rectangular lot that is 108 feet wide and 240 feet long? For a lot that we have, well, if the length is 240, you know that the other side right opposite to it is 240 feet as well. If one side is 108 feet, the other side is 108 feet as well. So we need to find the perimeter. How do we find the perimeter of a rectangle? I don't agree with the formula that is used. That's extra. You know how to find the perimeter. Just go around and add all the sides. 240 plus 108 plus 240 plus 108. Add them all together. We get this final answer of 696 feet. Since the price is $6.75 per foot, we multiply these two numbers together, and the answer is going to be $4,698, $4,000, $4,698 is going to be the cost for fencing all around this lot. Hopefully you've done the U-Triads before. I'm just going to go over and show you the answers and how we do them. The first one, U-Triad 5, says that what is the perimeter of a standard piece of computer paper that measures 8.5 inch by 11 inch? Computer paper would be pretty much any paper that we're using. So how does a paper look? What shape does it represent? Doesn't it represent a rectangle? It does. So what I want you to do is I want you to first draw the shape for me. If that's a rectangle, you're going to draw it like this. You're going to write down 11 inch on the longer side. You could do one little line on them showing that that's 11. So these two are 11. That's a rectangle. You can show all the angles are 90 degrees. These two are 11. The other two are 8.5 and 8.5. The unit for all of them is inches. To find the perimeter for this shape, what are you going to do? You're going to go ahead and add them. Do we need a formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? No, that's really easy to calculate. We just go around and add. 8.5 plus 11 plus 8.5 plus 11. Since we have to add all of them together, I have a suggestion. How about we add 11 and 11 together? We can do that in our heads. 11 plus 11 is 22. What is 8.5 and 8.5? This is a super friendly fraction. 8.5 plus 8.5 is 17. You can even use a decimal for that. Add them together, 9 and a 3, 39 inches is the answer. So as you can see, for perimeter, you do not even need to use a formula. As long as you go ahead and add everything together, that's gonna be fine. U-Triad 6. Metal stripping is being installed around a workbench that is this much wide and this much long. At this price per meter, find the cost of the metal stripping. Again, I do emphasize for the examples and U-Triads, please only come to the videos after you've tried them, after you've studied them, just to listen to what I have to add to the great job that you have done. So don't start them unless you have fully worked on them yourself. So yes, this shape is gonna be as you probably have drawn it for us. is again a rectangle. I'm gonna write down 3 meters and 3 meters here and there. 0.74 m here, 0.74 m there. We do need to, since we have to do stripping around the workbench, that means that we need to find the perimeter. Do we need a formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? No, because we know that we have to find the distance around. 7,4 plus 3 plus 7,4 plus 3. All of them are meters. If we add them all together using my calculator, it's gonna be 0.74 1.48 plus a 6. The total answer is 7.48. We need 7.48 meters of metal stripping to put all around that workbench. How much do we need to pay? If that's $4.49 per meter, the cost is gonna be 7.48 meter times $4.49 per meter, and the answer is, we multiply that by 4.49, the answer is $33.58 or 59 cents. Doesn't matter if you round it up. Great job here. Just wanted to ask you to go over the other page and take a look at them. I will be solving them, but I want to tell you that, for example, for this shape, do we really need a formula to find the perimeter? Do we really need a formula to find the perimeter on question 24? We absolutely don't need a formula. We can just go around and add. So I'm gonna do question 23 here for you on page 522. If you have not done it, please stop the video, go solve it yourself, and then watch the rest of the video. I'm gonna start from one corner. I just wanna make sure that I add all of them. So perimeter here is gonna be a 5 plus 27 plus 42 plus 19 plus 20 plus 8. I made sure that I added all of them. You can use your calculator. I'm going to use my calculator. Just punch them in. 5 plus 27 plus 42 plus 19 plus 20 plus 8. That equals to 121. The unit stays the same. For question 24, the one right below that. Question 24 on page 522. If you've not solved it, pause the video, go ahead and solve it. So, do we need a formula for this to find the perimeter of this weird shape? Obviously not. For perimeter, we do not need a formula unless we're dealing with a curve. By curve, I mean a circle, semicircle, quarter of a circle. So how do we find the perimeter here? Just go ahead and add. Make sure that the first time around, you write down all the sides. All the sides, you're just gonna go list them. 2 and 3 over 4 plus 1.5. Oh my God, it looks long and it looks so fractiony. How do we add a bunch of fractions? To add a bunch of fractions, this is what we're gonna do. Add the wholes separately. How much is that gonna be? 9, 11, 14, 16, 17. I had a 17 here. To add fractions, what do we need? Common denominator it is. We need common denominator. I'll first add this little 1/2 and that 1/2. What is 1/2 plus 1/2? A total of 1. So I didn't even have to do like the fraction work. I see a 2/3. I see a 3/4, another 3/4. Easiest would be to add 3/4s together. I'm going to use the sideboard. 3/4 plus 3/4 is going to be, keep the denominator at the tops, reduce the fraction. 3/2. I have a 3/2 plus 3/2 plus 2/3. What is these two? We need a common denominator. 6 is the common denominator. 9 plus 4 is going to be 13/6. What's wrong with that right answer? Improper. That's 2.5. Am I right? No. 2 and 1/6. 2 and 1/6 is the right answer. So I had a 17 plus 1, which is 18. And I have to add the result for that as 2 and 1/6. The answer is at the wholes, keep the fraction, 20 and 1/6. So to find the perimeter of any weird shapes, you just go around, add the sides together, and then we put the unit with feet, so that's feet. 20 and 1/6 feet. That was the answer to question number 24 on page 522.